David and I went over it because he was in there looking at it. He's going to have to get on the balconies, the 11th floor, on either side of that, and see if we can see something, unless we get Rob to put a little spider swing and go up there and try to determine where these things are coming from, because there's nothing obvious that we can find that's leading to this, because we can see some dripping of the water where it's like if it's driving in, but it's not obvious. I mean, even there's no obvious cracks or anything. So we're going to either have to get our hands on it with a spider or go to the balconies and see if, like on the 11th floor on either side, and see if we can see something from there.
Bruce, I think he'll have limited view with the balcony. Do you think that we just need to ask Rob for that spider swing?
Yes, I think that we recommend.
We can. I'll talk to Rob about that then.
All right.
We want to get an answer.
All right, we'll get that for you, and then we'll be in touch with you and let you know when that's available.
Very good.
And this is the north side, right?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
the east end,
East side,
north end. Yeah,
Northeast corner.
Stack 1 and stack 2.
Andrew, did you have any comments on this? He's muted.
No, he's not. Oh, yes, he is. I think he's muted.
you got to unmute, Andrew.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. It takes a second or two. There you go. Andrew, did you have any comments on this?
So long as the spider swing reaches from the 1 unit stack to the 2 and the wall in between, that's fine.
Well, I'm assuming that he'd have to drop it down 2 times, one on one side, 1 time on the other side.
And maybe a third one on the east.
Yeah.
So, Bruce, you'll talk to Rob about that, and I suppose Rob would get us a proposal?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not paying for it. I still think it's his fault. We'll pay for it
Yeah.
after we find
Do
out
you
who
want
it
to
is.
mention that to Bruce?
I don't think we should have to pay for this.
He's our engineer, not Rob, so you can discuss
Right.
it.
Lorraine, we can look at this as far as we can ask that this is a warranty issue. And what the contractor says is, listen, we'll start it as a warranty issue, as a warranty item, and say, if it's something outside of the scope of work that we did, then they'll talk about payment. But if not, if this is warranty, then you shouldn't have to pay, and I agree.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, let him know how you feel about possibly lawsuit.
Okay. Bruce, if he doesn't want to cooperate with us, then we're going to be forced to go to court on this.
Well, we don't have to go, adversarial just yet, Stuart. I mean,
trust me, that's the last thing we want to do.
Okay, but usually when I talk to Rob, he'll be happy. I mean, he looks at Parliament as a great reference, and he had a good project. He's had a number of good projects there, so I don't foresee that as being an issue. So,
all right, I just don't want him to look at Parliament as a money pit.
No. I mean, I believe he's looking at it like, okay, we've got a legitimate concern, and I will proceed on that as a warranty request.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Board members, anybody else need Bruce for anything?
No.
All right. Bruce, thank you. We thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. And I love your background.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a good one.
All right. Bye-bye now.
All right. I don't see Jeffrey Marsick here.
I saw him.
Hold on.
Is he trying to log on?
I'm looking for him.
He's there. He's waiting.
There he
He's
is.
at the bottom screen.
Oh, there you are, Jeff. Hold on.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Morning.
How you doing, Jeff?
Very good. How about yourselves?
All right. In new business under item A, discuss and or approve the ELSS stairwell pressurization bids with Jeffrey Marsick of SLS Consulting. Andrew, I'm going to put you on here with this because you two are the most versed in this situation.
Look, Andrew, just to give you a quick update, based on your last email, both contractors should have us that revised bid with, by upgrading the redundant drives.
Yeah.
And they said they'll have that tomorrow at the latest.
Okay. Well, with either one of the companies, I'm happy with that. My personal preference is ABM, but that's up to the rest of the board to vote.
I believe, Andrew, the rest of the board is leaning towards your expertise.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I believe that's so.
Yeah.
Lorraine, am I
Right.
correct?
Yes,
Bill?
Yeah.
I don't know
Yes.
anything about that.
Howard?
Yes, I just want to see the quotes though. Yeah, but yeah.
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 Jeffrey, without holding you to the penny, we're looking at an increase of about 6,000, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. And does that make sense to you to have the redundant drive? That's the way ABB does it.
I completely agree with that process. It only makes it safer in the event of a fire to ensure that the drives are going to activate the
That
fan.
something works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
And I think your recommendation on ABM is well founded. Both companies are great companies. I think ABM really wants to prove themselves, so I think they're going to go above and beyond to really service you guys on this project. So I think it would be a good selection with them. So when they send back the proposal, I'll forward it to the board tomorrow. And did you want to then have them go ahead and send over their contract documents from that stage, or do you want to do an interview?
well, one thing I would like to see is their documents with less words. It reads so long. Can they get it down to one page, pretty concise, simple stuff? Because you're reading about a lot of exclusions. I just want to know what's included.
Yeah, I can do that.
So am I right in hearing that this is going to cost $6,000 more than the original proposal? Is that what you
6,000.
said?
I would say roughly, I think it's going to be between 4,000 and 6,000. I know the original drives where they had budgeted 30. Let me pull that up, the exact number.
Yeah, they were 33.92 plus or minus, and that would change to 6,000 and something. But they can do the exact math. Because in effect, we're doubling the number of drives in the system.
And what I could do is I could call ABM today if you give me approval, and I'll say, hey, look, you guys are really in the running, but we need to make sure your pencil's sharp. Give us your best price because there won't be any revisions after this. And that way, when we do receive the price, maybe they're going to give us as great of a discount as they can.
This is
Let's-
for
we
the
have a-
total pressurization?
Yes. For
Okay.
both buildings, for both stair towers.
Jeffrey, you have our okay to go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
All right.
And don't come back without a discount now.
Absolutely.
Let's put the pressure on.
Richard always wants that 10%.
That's right.
And with Thermal Concepts, we had forecasted with our assessment was 366,000 and change. And then of course we got contingency and building permits in there. So it came to.
So I'm expecting that 366 to go up by about 6,000.
But that's okay, because we have that actually in the budget.
And then whatever discount we get off that.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually puts us in a good boat because I believe Thermal did 366, and then they had budgeted the 20,000 for permits, and
Yeah.
I think ABM is already 10,000 cheaper by saying, "Hey, look, we're going to carry the permit cost in ours at 376." So I think even with the 6,000, ABM is going to be the cheaper than Thermal with their base number.
Yes.
Okay, good. Any other questions for Jeffrey?
No.
Jeffrey, thank you very much.
Absolutely, good talking to you guys.
We appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Okay.
All right. Item D, ratify and approve the advanced fire audio intercom system proposal. We have had intercoms in both back doors for the entrances to get into the building. And we had a buzzer down in the hobby shop. God forbid somebody cut off a body part. In the past, you would buzz, something would beep inside the front desk, and they would then be alerted to come down with a mop to clean up the blood and call an ambulance. Right? All these systems were antiquated. This does not include the one by the trucks, does it?
Looking it up, I believe it does.
Okay.
The audio intercom system.
And for the front desk person, where the trucks are parked now for deliveries, if the guy was parking the wrong way, or if he didn't come into the office first, she would have to leave the front desk booth, walk around the building to the north side to have a conversation with the truck driver. So what we're proposing here is to put a intercom system in on the wall, at the truck stop, at the 2 back doors, and an intercom in the hobby shop, so that if there is an emergency, somebody can communicate with the front desk. They can immediately dial 911, get help here that much faster to help the person downstairs who's hurt. And if anything is needed outside, it gives them more security. So that was the proposal here for the 3 intercom systems.
Can I ask one more question there, Stuart?
Sure.
How about the alarms in the 2 saunas?
That I didn't include, and I don't know why.
We can have them revised. We
But
can have them added.
We can have that added in too, if you believe that we need that in there. Now, is that a buzzer? That's a buzzer, right?
Well, it rings a bell in the hallway halfway to the Parliament room.
Right, that big red. thing.
Okay, and I think that was under the old way of doing it. I would imagine that we would want to have something going off in the front desk booth.
Well, I would agree with that idea, because
Alright.
last time that bell went off, we didn't know what it was for.
We'll have them added on.
Well, why don't we just approve this and we'll have that done as the second one,
Okay.
the second change.
So what's, Stuart,
Yeah,
Stuart, I have a question.
what is the total amount for this proposal?
That's what I'm looking at here.
she's looking at it right now.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
And I have a question. Can this system be expanded to other areas, the intercom system?
The intercoms are all independent of each other, so yes, it can be.
Okay.
There's
Because I was
there's
thinking
a main
it
hub.
may be a- yeah.
There's a main hub, but then you can just keep adding on to it.
Because I was thinking that it may be a good idea in the back, in the parking lot area, in case like an emergency type thing, as you press the button. If you see somebody, press the button, whatever. It's just an idea.
Sort of like what they have on college campuses. you're
Yes.
talking about?
Yes.
I could see that. I could see that. These are not wireless, so you'd have to wire it.
Okay. I mean, I just want to know if it's expandable.
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
here's a question. At the 2 back doors, do you think it needs to be a speaker with a camera? Because they had asked that question and we didn't pick up on that initially, but now I'm thinking about it. Should there be like a ring, sort of like what a Ring doorbell does? It's a camera with
Yes.
what you can hear and you can communicate.
Yes.
Okay. Bill, what do you think?
This is on each one of the intercoms?
On the 2 back doors at least.
Yes, that'd be perfect. We can see the person.
The face and the master station. So it's the 2 audio doors on the side and the master station.
Okay,
on the front.
So we're gonna table this because we're gonna move these inside to the sauna. And we're gonna go with the video intercoms at these 2 doors. So we're gonna table this for this week. We'll communicate with Advanced Fire on this. We'll get a new price on that and we'll talk about that afterwards. Andy Colanino, I see your hand is up. 1 second, let me unmute you.
Am I unmuted?
You're unmuted.
Yeah, just as far as the saunas go, I mean, if that guard, for instance, on a recess or a break, and it's just an intercom, no one else would know. I mean, somebody could die in those rooms.
Well, we can find out from them if they could tie the intercom into the bells that are there and maybe do both of them.
Yeah, good.
All right? Because we don't want anybody dying on our watch. That's definitely not a thing you want to do.
Fine, that's good. Thank you.
Well, remember, up until now, you had nothing.
Up till now, we've been lucky.
Hmm.
If those bells even work now. Okay. All right, so we're going to table that until next time.
You have F. Or E, fire exit system change order.
Okay, Now, what is this change order for? The additional cameras?
The smart, it's on here.
Thank you.
Mhm.